guys? It's getting crazy back here on Norvegas. Today you can tell we're doing my top 10 coaster list. So here at number 10 we have Skyrocket. Skyrocket is a good coaster overall. It certainly not rank one of the best coasters on my list. Certainly is very underrated. Made by Premier Rise, like the only original Skyrocket, made in 2011. Which I really love this coaster with its 3 inversions and its top hat. Launching you to 50 miles per hour in about 2 seconds, which that's quite cool. That 90-foot top hat is cool, where you hang up there for a couple seconds. Skyrocket is a fun coaster, but overall, it just sneaks on my list, and I feel like Skyrocket just gives me that cliff hanging feeling all the time. Here at number 9, we have Great Bear. Great Bear is like Skyrocket, guys. All the elements this type of coaster should have. It's made by B&M. B&M is one of the best coaster companies in the world at the moment. This is a B&M invert for those of you who don't know. Which I love B&M coasters. Like, one of the coasters on the list is also made by B&M, and I rode that coaster 6 times in one day, which I think that was quite insane. It's like, Great Bear is a good coaster. I love it dearly. I only got to ride it once because I was only there for a day at Hershey Park, which I got to ride it this year, which I was pumped about. So I asked my friend Aiden. I said, what coaster should I ride when I go to Hershey Park? And he said Great Bear. So I listened to him. I rode Great Bears, and it did not disappoint. Let's just say that. Here at number 8, we have Candemonium. Candemonium is like one of the best coasters at Hershey Park. So that for you, maybe Sky Rush or Wildcat's Revenge was like one coaster is actually, I feel like it's better than Candemonium, as you'll see later on the list. But it's like Candemonium, as you see there's located at Hershey Park, Pennsylvania, in Hershey. Which this coaster, I believe I told you guys this once, but if you haven't watched that video, this coaster is made out of chocolate. It's open all year round, and some people probably don't know that. Which is also open for Hershey's Christmas events, which I like the idea. It's like Candemonium runs by 3 trains. Reese's one, the Twizzlers one, and a Hershey Kiss train. Which I like the idea, but it's like, let's go to like the actual track itself. This coaster is also made by B&M. So the double cannon back humps, like right back to back, are fun. The one thing that's holding from higher is the trim brakes. As I was saying, the trim brakes are like a little bit terrible for the camelback humps. Actually, it lost some speed on that, which I don't like it. Which the camelback humps would be better off without the trim brakes. I make the coaster, honestly, it might be a little bit rougher, but still be quite smooth for to a point. I'll still ride it regardless on how it is. But it's like, I had the video looping because I don't like how it was at first. Therefore, we had to do this all over again. As you can see, there are 4,636 feet track length, which I think that's insane for a hypercoaster, which I don't mind it. So without further ado, let's go into our next one. Here at number 7, we have Mako at SeaWorld Orlando. Mako is the superior B&M coaster. If you have to pick one between Mako or Candemonium, which one you will pick? Which I'll be discussing in one of my later videos on why I chose Mako over Candemonium. But they're like 2 similar coasters. They almost have the same exact elements, almost the same exact track layout and all that. So those 2 coasters are neck and neck, as it's probably some of you it's harder, but for me it's easier. But it's Mako runs smoother since it's down southern in Florida. Candemonium's smooth too during the summer as well. It's the other thing that's making Mako just low on the list is some of the coasters I rode are a little bit better than that Mako, I say. And the green track is the coaster that I kind of hate, which it's Kraken. Kraken's their farthest coaster, and if you ride Kraken, it's a little bit rough, and also it can be a little bit smooth during the time of day. So other than that, that is Mako. Here at number 6, we have Manta at SeaWorld Orlando, another coaster from SeaWorld Orlando. I feel like Manta, since it's a flying coaster, is like my first ever technically inverted coaster, if you want to consider it like that. which I like it. Like one of the inversions on there, I believe it's called the pretzel loop. It's like an inverted loop. So like you go up and then you go down, but instead of going down and out, you go down and in. Which some customers should be like that, which it makes it look better. That's why Manta's on the list. It's like very underrated, as I watch some other theme park channels rank it now on the top 25 list, which I feel like Manta is probably like one of the best coasters I've rode in all my life. Definitely might have been ranked higher if I didn't go Hershey Park, but it all depends. But like other than that, Manta is very fun and it's very intense overall. Now we're in the top 5. Here at number 5, we have Fahrenheit at Hershey Park. I mean, like, you're going to see a lot of Hershey Park coasters on here, but this is the third to last one you're going to see on here. Like, Campfire List is from Hershey Park, which I really don't like that. But it's like some of you might or might not know that I'm going to Busch Gardens in April at Williamsburg for a day. So I'm hoping to get on all the coasters there and change up this list a little bit. So, like, for those of you that don't know, at the end of each year, if I visit a new theme park, I'll update my top 10 list. If you follow my Instagram at KennyWoodCrazy, you will see the instant update. But it's like for videos, you gotta wait for the update till the end of the year. So this is how we're gonna do it. Like between October and November, when the coaster season's done and the festive season starts, that's when you'll see this video. It's like with Fahrenheit, it's cool because it has the Norwegian roll, which I really love it. It's like probably like one of the most intense but fun inversions I ever rode. Which the Norwegian roll is that inversion right there. It's probably the funnest one that I ever ridden. Probably the funnest inversion that you can put on a coaster. Which I like it, and it's a very good fit of the theme. Fahrenheit is actually fire. It's kind of like the name if you think about it. Fahrenheit means fire in some people's terms, which I kind of see as a fire represented. So therefore, it's definitely a fiery coaster. So therefore, it's ranked on my top 10 list because it's very fiery. Here at number 4, we have Sky Rush at Hershey Park, which we're almost out of the Hershey Park coasters. We still got one more to go. As this could be ranked your number 1 coaster or your number 2, which I don't see why people ain't gonna rank it lower than their number 3 coaster at Hershey Park. But it's like Sky Rush, this is the coaster I rode in 6 times if you haven't guessed. So therefore, I rode maybe about 5 times in an hour since the line was dead. Like me and a couple of my buds, like rode it 4 times together. Then I rode with my dad once in an hour. Then after that, we hit up Candemonium for my last ride of the day at Hershey Park. Then we left about an hour before closing time, which Sky Rush is mostly of an intense coaster. I almost broke my back on it one time. That was my second ride of the day there. It was very fun. Overall, it gave me good feelings about it. So I like it. And that's why Sky Rush is ranked number 4. It could have been higher though. Now we're in our top 3. Here at number 3, we have Steel Curtain at Kennywood. Steel Curtain is very good of a roller coaster. Has all the elements it should have for a virgin coaster. As it was announced to be a vertical coaster by S&S, as Kennywood hates S&S for it. So like the story is, Kennywood paid this cheap company to build a coaster with 9 versions, which I don't know why they couldn't hire like BMM or something to make the coaster. But it's like 9 versions is 9 versions. It's always down for malfunction and issues. But it's like, it's very fun for coaster if you get a chance to ride it. Make sure you ride it like mid to late day because the early rides tend to be usually a little bit rough. As I got to ride it for my first time in 2022 and it's been on my top 10 list ever since. But it's like Steel Curtain is a very important coaster at Kennywood because most of the Kennywood hometown people are Steelers fans, which I am a Steelers fan myself. It's like got this original name from the Steel Curtain back in 1970. So like if you didn't know the origin of it, now you know the origin and the story behind it, which is in this place called Steelers Country. So that is Steel Curtain for you. Taking home second place is the place made of the Revenge, Wildcats Revenge. Which the thing is, Wildcats Revenge, I got to ride it on its opening year, twice in the same day, which I was very pumped about that. Wildcats Revenge really didn't disappoint. I was going to think about ranking this lower on my list, but it's like, it's Wildcats Revenge. Like one of my first ever RMC. Something to remember. So I have it ranked at number 2, but it's like, definitely really ain't going to dethrone number 1 unless it has very good elements to beat it. So therefore, Wildcats Revenge, with its 4 inversions, makes it such a fun coaster to ride. Because the chain lift kind of tricks you. You start off slow, thinking it's going to be a long chain lift. Then it goes faster. It's like, okay. Then it takes you up very fast, which you might not expect that. Then you got about an 80-foot drop, and then the first inversion. Where some of these inversions can catch you off guard. You might not see them coming. So therefore, Wildcats Revenge is intense. It could be a little rough sometimes. When I got on it, it's like rough for me. But also, it can be very smooth too, which I like it. And I really do love the overbank turns that it has. It makes it fun, in my opinion. So that's Wildcats Revenge and everything I think about it. This one shouldn't be a surprise, but taking home first place is also a place of revenge, Phantom's Revenge. Which it has a good kick of the name. Phantom's Revenge is probably like one of the best hyper coasters I ever rode. And it's going to be one of the best coasters I ever rode in a while. It's definitely going to stay in the top 10 list for a long time. Because it can be sadly dethroned, which I'll be sad about that day. But it's like, it's going to stay my number 1 coaster probably next year too, maybe not 2025. As I do have a shocking tour coming up in 2025. I will talk about that closer as we get there. It's like Phantom's Revenge. Like for the first drop, you get a little bit of air. Going up the second hill, going down the second drop, you see a crap ton of airhill. I'm usually out of my seat throughout the full hill, or to the point I have to duck my head not to hit a support beam of the Thunderbolt. Which some of you taller people have to be careful about that. Then you got the very lucky heel legs going back. So you got underneath the Thunderbolt again, which is quite fun. It was like Phantom's Revenge. It's a very fun coaster overall. So if you do go to Kennywood, please hit me up at my Instagram at KennywoodCrazy, so I can give you all the tips and secrets about Kennywood. Or you can help my friend at Kennywood Fanatic too, which he should be a very big help too. So please enjoy while you had the chance, and let me know if you agree with this list or not. So I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below and subscribe. That will make my day. And follow me on my social media program at KennywoodCrazy. Peace out.